Our companion have said that if the penal head has penetrated a woman anus or a man anus or an animal vagina or it is anus, it is necessary to wash. Man, you see how clean this religion is? I mean, look, they're focusing now in what? They are focusing you should wash. I mean, you're telling me they are not clean? What's wrong with you? Let us go slowly again. What the scholar teaching the Muslims now is what to do after sex. But sex with who? If the penal head penetrated a woman anus or a man anus or an animal vagina or it is anus, it is necessary to wash whether the one being penetrated is alive or dead. What? Alive or dead. Some of you might be saying, this cannot be real. Right? A Muslim scholar not long time ago, he made a fatwa that a Muslim man, he can have sex with his wife even if she is dead. Even if she is dead. You can search in Google, sex, with dead wife fatwa. As you see the news. I'm not going to show the whole, news, but this is the headline. The issue of sexual intercourse with wives arose, etc., etc., but it's speaking here about a dead wife. A dead wife. Why Muslims, they don't have a problem with having sex with dead wife? Because simply Islam make it a principle for them to do so. The guy is not creating his own, story. This is what Islam teach. And he is a sheikh. He is just teaching the Muslims what it is about. So why he will be ashamed? There's no problem. This is Islam. Some scholars, they say, you can have a sex with your wife if she is dead, but not more than 7 hours after that. Some they say 6, some they say it doesn't matter really. Even if she is dead for a day. Who cares? She is your halal. So when we speak about Islam, we speak about something you guys totally do not know. Behind the veil, there's all kind of disgusting belief. They try to present to you Islam as a religion where women are, they are respected supposedly. Women are, we make them wear burqa because we protect them. Not because, women is a sex object, not because anything, women, that's it. That's what people believe about Islam. Islam must be a conservative religion. Sex toys in Islam is halal, legally or officially. Having sex with animals, Muhammad, a Muslim, he will say to me, Muhammad, he said that if a man has sex with an animal, the man and the animal, they should be killed. But as I know, that cannot be true. Why? The only solution for this, that obviously Muhammad was copying something from different book. The Prophet he used to copy. Actually, one of you actually remind me of this hadith. The Prophet used to copy the people of the scriptures matter in which there is no order from Allah. So it was it was lawful for Muslims to do all this stuff. And then Muhammad, when he want to make himself look like legitimate with the Jews, he says, okay, I will follow what you say. But as you see, the Muslims after Muhammad's death still they are practicing sexuality with animals. And actually this hadith itself is very fishy, and I believe this hadith itself is speaking about Muhammad himself having sex with animal. Because if you read the hadith, which the Muslim tried to make it look like speaking about having sex with the wife, but it cannot be about a wife, because look what the hadith says, that the Prophet said, translation, okay. All right. Where is the hadith itself? Anyway, the hadith itself says that when you do bang bang between her four legs, shi'abiha al-arba. The Muslim they say shi'abaha does not mean legs. Shihab, simply Shihab, like in Arabic. If you see like four, let us say, if you see like something like roads in the valley, this is Shihab. Like if you look at the mountain, you see like a road here, road there. Even they are not natural, like where the rain come, this is Shihab. So when Muhammad he says, when you do it between her four Shihab, four parts, you tell me, which women have four parts? Have you ever heard of a woman she have four parts? Me myself, I never heard of. And then when we go and read the interpretation for the hadith, which is made by the scholar, Al-Imam al-Nawawi is one of the highest scholars of Islam, and nobody can even discuss that. And he says to us that explaining this hadith is speaking about if a woman penetrated, if a man he is penal penetrated a woman anus or a man anus or an animal vagina or anus, a dead or old, then we need to ask what is the relationship between the hadith and having sex with animal vagina or anus or even men anus. What is the connection between them? Why you are explaining this to me? And then the story is not over yet. And really, I like what the Muslim says here, whether it was done intentionally or not intentionally. I mean, how in the world your penis end in the anus of a dead man, not intentionally? How the penis of a man he end in a vagina or an anus of an animal, not intentionally? What does that mean? Like you were behind the goat and the goat suddenly stopped and you were running? Like an accident? And then it says here, whether it is done willfully or forcefully. This is also applied. What do you mean forcefully? So now you are worried about a rape? You are telling the guy, the rapist, after you rape the women, you have to wash? Is that your concern now? The guy, he just raped a goat, and now you are saying to him, you have to wash. And also this is applied if a woman places a male member inside her while the man is asleep. Oh boy. I better go. Whether the penis is erect or not. I mean, this is science. Whether the penis circumcised or uncircumcised. Look at the details. I mean, come on. Even if they are going to go like circumcised, because what if it's not circumcised? Huh? What we would do now? Huh? What we will do? Should we wash or not? I mean, look at this. This is science. It doesn't matter, brother. It's circumcised or not. All these situations require that a person committed that act. One act committed must wash himself, unless the person committing the act or a person act committed on a young male or female. I mean, if those people, they are saying you can have sex with dead or alive, I mean, why we are surprised? Alive or dead? Let us continue. I will skip because the story is long. All of it is disgusting. But let us go to the most stupid things. If a woman insert in her vagina an animal penis, an animal what? She inserted what? A Muslim sister wearing burqa, she is inserting an animal penis? She must wash. And if she insert a detached penis, what? And look what he says. If she inserted an animal penis or a detached penis, there is two opinions in this case. This is science. This is, somebody call Einstein for me. Please, somebody call Einstein. I mean, Einstein, where are you? When Einstein was thinking what to do, what to discover, the Muslims, they were thinking about solution for a detached penis and animal penis. And the most correct opinion that she must wash. Man, thank you. Oh, here we go. We got the conclusion. So if a Muslim woman, sister, she inserted an animal penis or a detached penis, what do you mean detached? You cut it off? You go to the donkey, you cut his penis and you bring it home? What do you mean by detached penis? Let us continue. Again, if you don't like our topic, please leave. If you are a person is feeling get hurt, you better go home. This is a very sensitive topic. I'm warning you. So, we continue. The morality of the Muslims, example of the morality of Muslims, having sex with watermelon. You see, watermelon have a duty in all countries around the world, is different from the duty in Islamic countries. Third example of the Sunni morality, having sex with watermelon. If a man makes a hole in a watermelon or a piece of dawah or leather skin or a statues, we should guard the freedom statues of New York. Don't put Muslims around. and has sex with it, then this is the same as have said about our type of masturbation, i.e. that is halal. In the same circumstances given before, which as before being in a journey. Okay, you are in a journey, you see a status, you are going in Italy, you see a status for Caesar, for Caesar. So what do? Have sex with the status. His penis, the Muslim women, she see the penis of Caesar is naked. Okay, halal. It is halal. In fact, it is easier than masturbating with one hand. Thank you. Thank you for the advice, the love guru. Islam is very conservative. We have to admit, come on. Even watermelon have a place for sex in this religion. And here the Shia guy, Shia cleric, he is questioning the Sunni about how to do that to the watermelon. So, because, guys, the Shia and the Sunni, they fight about morality. Each one of them, he exposes each other about morality, but both of them, they have the same garbage anyway. So look what this guy, he have some smart questions to the Muslim Sunni about having sex with watermelon. He said, all Muslims should certainly be grateful to Ibn al-Qayyim, which is a big scholar for the Sunni, has offered his advice on the easiest way to masturbate, and clearly Ibn al-Qayyim has done a lot of personal research in this issue, which means he has sex with watermelon. This is the ruling of the saved sect, because the Muslim Sunni says we are the saved sect, the rest are bad, and they are the majority of Muslim, remember. Contracting temporarily marriage with a woman is haram, but contracting temporarily marriage with watermelon is halal. What? What? And then the author or the scholar he have some questions, and he said the following. And remember, those are not my questions, I'm just reading with you. Well, it seemed that Nasibi, the Muslim Shia, they call the Sunni Nasibi, which means the one who hate the family of Ali and the children of Ali. Will seem like Sunni logic having sex with as many women as one can afford is utterly immoral, but having sex with as many watermelon a man he can afford is not. The Shia, the Muslim Sunni, they say to the Shia, oh, if you have money, you can have sex mut'ah as much as you want, which means you can hire women for sex as many as you want. There's no limit. But this is not only for the Shia. The Sunni do that. The Sunni, they are allowed to have 4 women at the same time, and there's no limit of divorcing them. You can divorce 4 and marry 4 after 1 minute, after 2 seconds. And you can divorce the new 4 after 15 minutes or 1 minute if you want. Have sex with them and divorce them and get a new 4 for it. There's no limit. So both they practice the same thing. But this guy here is being smart, supposedly saying to them, so you are saying it is not right that you can have sex with as many women you can afford, but having sex with as many watermelon you can afford is fine, huh? Is that what you are saying to me? And then he says, let us ask him some questions about the wisdom of having sex with watermelon. Ahkam, which means the rules of having sex with watermelon. Are there any conditions of the age of the watermelon? My friend, in Islam, there's no age even for a child to have sex with. So why watermelon she will have an age? For an example, is it allowed to perform a marriage with intent to divorce a newly growing watermelon? Or must one wait until the watermelon is 9 years old? They are comparing what Muhammad did to Aisha to the watermelon. That's a good discussion. That's a good discussion. You see it? Must it be a biased watermelon, or it's a principle to contract marriage with intent to divorce with watermelon, what that is known to go around, which means a watermelon which is being screwed by many men. Excuse my language. Unbelievable. Where is the resource? He have the resource in front of you, all of it. All of everything you see here is is backed up. This is a Shia website. This is not my website. You see the resource for what they are saying. This is their books. There's the reference, and then they give you the comment, and they are translating for you. Fourth example of Sunni morality. A Salafi woman, which means a Sunni woman, she can suckle a man with a beard. And this is true. Muhammad, if you remember, Muhammad in the hadith, a woman, she came to him, her name is Sahla bint Suhail. And she said to him, that my husband is unhappy with the slaves we have in our house, a man, a grown man, who look at me in a dirty way. So what I shall do? What I shall do? And this is, by the way, this is sahih. The Muslim, they cannot say, this is weak, you know the garbage they say to us always. So the woman, Sahla bint Suhail, she came to the Prophet and she said to him, I see in the face of Abu Hudayfa a displeasure. He is unhappy for having this guy in our house. He's a man. The Messenger of Allah said, the Messenger of Allah said, not the women, not the neighbor. This is God talking, because Muhammad, he speak always for God. When he make a rule, this is a God ruling. He said to her, okay, do for him breastfeeding. Breastfeed him. The woman, she said, what? How I can do breastfeeding for him when he is a growing man? If you go to the house of Shabir Ali, forget Shabir Ali, Zakir Naik, or any Muslim cleric, and you are a stranger, based on the teaching of the Prophet, his wife, she have to give her boobs to you, and you have to suck it 10 different times until you are satisfied. And by the way, this is not only in the hadith, this was a verse in the Quran. If you remember, the goat ate the verse. Muhammad, he made that as a Quran from God. This is not just a hadith. But sadly, the goat, I don't believe, by the way, that the goat ate this verse. I believe the Muslims, they took it off because it's shameful. If we go in the hadith, we find this, confirming the adult feeding, breastfeeding. Aisha, she said that the verses, as you see, it's a verse of a stoning to death and of a breastfeeding for adult 10 times, 10 times, which means if you have a wife and you are a Muslim and you want Christian prince to enter your house, you have to order your wife to give her boobs to Christian prince 10 times, to suck it in 10 different days, and he have to do it 10 times until he is satisfied. Not only like for 2 minutes. No, I have to be satisfied. Otherwise, it's not accepted. It's not halal. Hey guys, I'm going to visit Muhammad Hijab next week. Who is going to go with me? This is Islam. They gave us a presentation and speeches about morality and conservative and our women and your women, but this is Islam. We cannot see a woman's face, but we can suck her boobs. I mean, this is very conservative. Actually, I was thinking to open a project in Las Vegas, like I will open a drive-through suckling, halal. You know, like we hire some good believing women in Islam, and we do drive-through suckling, and women, they give their nipples, and like you're in the car, and you make a lot of money. Halal, it's halal. They are strangers. They are going through. And the Prophet, he taught that. And this was the Quran. Actually, if you search right now for the fatwa for a breastfeeding for adult, you will find that the dean of the University of Azhar, you find it. He made a fatwa about it. And the Muslims, they made a big fuss about it, like, why are you talking about, what are you talking about? You know, he said to them, shut up, this is what the Prophet said. This is what the Prophet said. And actually, even Aisha herself, she asked her sister to do suckling for anyone want to enter upon her. This is the fatwa, and this is the issue. You can search it anyway in the net. But here speaking about Saudi Arabia, but the big fatwa is made by the dean of the University of Azhar, the dean of the Hadith department. And when everybody accused him, what are you talking about? The Muslims are ignorant, they do not know what this is Islam. He said to them, what's wrong with you? The Prophet, he ordered that. Even Aisha, she used to do breastfeeding by ordering her sister as a secretary. So people before they enter upon her, they have to suckle her sister boobs. Imagine visiting the wife of the Prophet at that time. How fun is going to be for many perverted men. Do we have any Muslim? Notice until now we did not have one Muslim calling me. I don't know why. My Skype is on. In the book of Musnad Ahmed, let me see if I can find you the hadith in Musnad Ahmed. I don't know if this website have Musnad Ahmed. Not sure. Let's see. All right. Oh, we got in different hadith, but let us read this one. Aisha, by the way, she used to take a shower naked in the front of strangers. Read this hadith with me. Aisha brother narrated Abu Salama. Aisha brother and I went to Aisha and he asked her about the bath of the Prophet. She brought a pot containing about water and took a bath and poured over her. I mean, she want to show them how to do it. And between us and her, look, it says here, between us and her is a screen. What do you mean there is a screen? Are you showing them how to do it? So this is a screen you can see through, and she is teaching them how he used to take a bath. Who? The brother of Aisha and his friend. Let it go. Here, let us show you the hadith about Aisha ordering her sister to do breastfeeding. Here we go. And this is sahih. Before the Muslim, they say this is weak, this is da'if, as usual. You know them. This is sahih. Read with me. All right. Here they are talking about a breastfeeding for adult. And then it says here that Aisha, hence Aisha, may Allah pleased with her, used to ask the daughter of her sisters, the daughters of her sister, and the daughters of her brethren, to give him breastfeeding 5 times, whom Aisha wanted to see, and who wanted to visit her. Let me explain to you. You want to go and see Aisha and you are 30 years old. It is not principle for you to visit Aisha before